Hi, this is the crops page. This is where you will decide what it is that you want to grow. As always, if you have a specific question and don't need to watch the whole video, you can press on the title of this video above me. That will take you to YouTube itself, where in the description of the video you will find timestamps that indicate when in the video I talk about different things. So you'll be able to click on those and go straight to that point in the video. Of course, also, if you scroll over this video, there should be a little CC button in the bottom. For those eAgronom users who need subtitles to watch my videos, those are there for you. You can press that CC button to turn them on and off. The crops page is divided into two tabs, crop plan and planned yield. I'll cover both in this video. The way that the crops page works, basically this is where you come to select the crops and varieties that you're planning to grow on your different paddocks. I'll start with these three tabs here, this Paddocks, Overview, and Map. So Paddocks gives me an idea of just everything that I'm working with. List of paddocks. Overview gives me the same things, that is, it's the same information more or less, but it tells me it gives it to me arranged by crop instead of arranged by paddock. So I have here all of the crops that show up here are any crop that was grown or is being grown in this season, last season, and the next season. If I move myself, you can see here 2021. If I click on any of these arrows, it will expand that for me. The map takes me to the same map that I have on the main paddocks page up here. That's this page here. And I can do more or less the same things as I can do there. So we'll do most of your work will probably be done from the Paddocks tab here. So this is where we'll spend the rest of the video. The view here, I can choose multiples. There's past, detailed, and future. Detailed is the default view. That gives me the present season as well as the 3 seasons into the past for reference. Past gives me 5 seasons into the past and then the current season. And future gives me the current season here, 1 season into the past, and then the 4 upcoming seasons thereafter. So we'll do a little bit of work from the detailed view, and then I'll do the other ones. So let's say, I have here this east square paddock. That's what I drew. I selected before. I have this, you see here, under 2020 crop and variety. Here is narrow-leafed lupin. And here is the variety. So if I want to change that, it's very easy. Under this 2020, click it, select crop, and I have all of the crops that are available in Australia. So let's say that I want to grow wheat instead. I can type wheat, and that will come up for me there. I can also scroll, but it's searchable. It's a long list, so it's conveniently searchable. And then here, the varieties are available. There's a whole host of varieties. I can pick sort of a random one. And here we go. That's how I have now selected a crop for this season. I can also do this in multiple ways. So if I go to past, I can do this for the past. And as I showed before, for the future, I can also do it for the future. Let's say that you are putting in a lot of data, or let's say that you have a farm you're devoting to one crop, for example. It's very easy to do multiple at a time. If you do this, this works either in the past view or the future view. So I've come here to the past. If I want to click on, I can sort from here by clicking on any of these. But I can also select multiple, and you see now that I've selected multiple of these, this bar up here has turned to blue. So anything that now has this arrow next to it, I can change. So you see there's no data here for 2017. Let's say if I click to this 2017, I can indicate that I will say I grew canola, sure. So I grew canola, and now all of those paddocks say that I grew canola in 2017. So that's a kind of handy way of selecting multiple at a time. You can save yourself the trouble of going through one by one. Select all is this button, this check button up here, and then deselect. Press the same. These filters here, these apply for the detailed view. They apply for everything. If you just type in here, so my east square paddock is the paddock I've been working with. I type in east oh, whoops, east square. Now it's gotten rid of all the other paddocks. And the same here is also true if I want to do it for crop. I can type in wheat here, and now only the crops that, only the paddocks that I'm growing wheat on in this season are there. I press that little X to get rid of it. And that works for the future view as well. If I go into the future, I can apply any of these here. Now that I have covered that, I'll go into planned yield. This is where you will put in the yields that you expect to get for your crops this season. This is predictive. It's not what you actually got. It's just what you planned for. So the way to do this is you see this, this orange triangle here means I'm missing. If I expand any of these, I can see. So these paddocks already have some yield input for them, but this paddock has no yield information. So let me show first, because you can do this based on, you can do this as a whole per crop. So if I go to, so let's say that I expect to get 2.7 tons per hectare barley this season. Press this, press save, and now I have this nice calculation. It's all been calculated, planned dry yield, and the expected amount calculated right there. I can also do it by paddock. So if I expand this, I can change these in each paddock. So let's say that on this paddock, I actually expect, to get 2.65. And on this paddock, I expect to get 2.4. And on this paddock, I expect to get 3. eAgronom has calculated the totals here, given me new totals based on the planned dry yield and the area that I have that I indicated in that paddock when I input it. And then this total here is a weighted average of these 4 here, and that the system just gives me that automatically. So you can plan your yield by crop, or if you think that the different paddocks will give you different yields, you can put that in here one by one, and the system will calculate what that means for your yield. I hope that was helpful.